Okay, well, good afternoon. We're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you, everyone who has joined our meeting. And I know we may still have some people checking in here in the next few minutes. My name is Mark, and I am in academic advising. And so thank you for coming to this session. We will try to keep this to about 25 minutes or so. We will allow time for questions. I do have another advisor who is in the session who, if you do have questions as we go along, feel free to enter those in the chat. She'll be monitoring that. I will also stick around at the end. And so if we have any questions that way, I would ask that you just keep your audio and video muted during the time, just so we can move through and everyone can hear okay. So what I am going to do now is I'm going to actually share my screen and we're going to get the presentation going, and we will get started. Okay. So at this meeting, what we want to do now, let's see here. Hang on just a minute. We've got a little bit of it's not allowing me to move forward here. There we go. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about a few things. Whoop, we got to go backwards. Sorry about this. This is a little different here, doing this on Zoom. There we go. It's just taking a little time here. We've got a little bit of a lag. Okay, so we're going to talk today about how to access and use DegreeWorks, which is a planning tool that's going to help you all during your time at Ball State. It's going to help you to keep track on your degree so that you can graduate on time. We're going to talk about how you're going to register for spring semester classes using self-service banner, how to connect with your advisor through Aviso, and then finally, we'll talk about scheduling an academic advising appointment through Advisor Track, which will be kind of your next step after this meeting to begin planning ahead towards next semester. So who's going to help you prepare for next semester? You each have an assigned professional advisor, and you can find the name of that advisor online through Aviso, which is a application that's available on your My BSU page, should be up towards the top. And you can schedule an appointment to meet with that advisor anytime after today. Our office is located in North Quad 339, which is the center of campus, right across from the Teachers College. Now, some resources as you meet with your advisor, some resources that are going to be helpful to you as you plan ahead. One will be the 2021 or 22 Advising Handbook, and that was something that you received at orientation this past summer. It is also available on our website in a PDF form. There's a lot of good information there, such as an academic calendar for the whole year, information about the university core curriculum, about all majors and minors, about exploring those programs, and also some course description. So it's a great tool. That'll be something to use. You also might want to use the Ball State Undergraduate Catalog. This is an online resource. It's not printed. You can see the URL there. It includes official descriptions of every academic program at Ball State. So every major, every minor, every certificate, every teaching license. So you can find out information about your program, or if you're looking at what else does Ball State offer, that's another tool. And then finally is DegreeWorks, which is online, available through self-service banner. It is a tool used to help you track what you have completed, what you're currently enrolled in, and then what you've got left to do to complete your degree. And it is specific for you. So it is going to show everything that you specifically have done as well as your program. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to go to this next screen. We actually have just a quick video that's going to show you an overview of how to access and use DegreeWorks, and then we'll come back in.
I received your email about wanting help scheduling for classes. Let's go to my office. I know it can be hard to schedule the classes you need with all those games. Well, if you ever forget anything, you can always come visit me, your advisor, or you can look online at Ball State's DegreeWorks. It's a platform that Ball State uses classes for all of its students where you can check your class requirements, your GPA, and anything about your major. Here, I'll show you. First, to get to your personal degree works page, you should navigate to your my.bsu.edu dashboard. Once there, click on Self-Service banner. On the following page, select the Student button. In the following menu, select Degree Works for Students. This will take you to your Degree Works homepage. Below that, you should see a table named Student View. This table includes additional information such as your college concentration, minor, academic advisors, academic standing, GPA, and any holds on your account. Just below the Student View tab, there are two progress bars that measure your progress through your degree requirements and your credit requirements, respectively. While these progress bars are visually helpful, it's important to check your program's requirements below to make sure you're on the right track. Right under the bars is a legend to help you understand your progress through your selected academic plan. The green box with a check mark through it means that requirement is complete. A blank box with a red outline means that requirement has not yet been met. A blue box with one line through it means that class is in progress. A blue box with two lines through it means that class is nearly complete. The blue T identifies a transfer class. The blue @ symbol stands for any course number. Following the legend are a series of red banners and corresponding tables that detail the classes needed to complete your selected program. The first banner details your degree program and tells you how many credits you have, as well as how many credits are needed to complete your degree. The next banner details the university core curriculum, which are classes that all Ball State students are required to take. In addition to showing you which classes will satisfy that requirement, it shows categories for different required core classes, as well as shows grades for completed classes. Notice how your transfer credits from IU and Ivy Tech satisfy their counterparts in Ball State's core curriculum. Any credits transferred to Ball State that meet a requirement will be signified by a green check mark. Note that this table also includes the writing proficiency exam. You will need to register for this class when you have between 60 and 89 credit hours and have taken English 104. The following banner is all about your major requirements. This table will often display specific messages regarding your major, as well as grades and course requirements. You can also see your major's GPA here, in addition to the hours you've completed towards your major. At any point while on DegreeWorks, you can click on any course to see its description, prerequisites, and when it's offered. If you scroll down on the page, you'll see a banner and table for general electives, insufficients, which you'll only see if you've withdrawn from a class, and in progress, which shows classes that you are already taking. If you're looking for withdrawals from past courses, such as yours from swimming, PFW 217, you'll find them under the insufficient tab. The notes section will then contain any notes from your academic advisor. If you consider changing your major or minor, you can see how that will affect your four-year plan on the What If tab in the upper left side of the screen. From this page, you'll be able to change variables such as your degree, catalog year, program, major, minor, and concentration. Then, by clicking the Process What If button, DegreeWorks will generate a hypothetical course list and progress bar detailing the classes you'd need to complete to obtain that degree. As you can see, in addition to coming to see your academic advisor, DegreeWorks is a great tool to help you stay on track academically here at Ball State. Chirp, chirp.
All right, so that is an overview of how to use DegreeWorks. Now, I am going to point out there is one thing about that video that has changed in the recent past, and that is they mentioned the writing proficiency exam, and that is no longer a requirement. That requirement has been suspended, so you will not have to do that. So that is one thing that is still on DegreeWorks, you'll notice, but you are not subject to it. Okay, let's shift gears and talk about spring registration. How many classes should you take? Well, to be considered a full-time student, you have to have a minimum of 12 credit hours, and probably most of you, that's what you're wanting to do. So anywhere from 12 to 18 credits is a full-time fee load. So 12 as the minimum, 12 or 13 is a little bit of a lighter load, 14, 15, or 16 more of an average, 17 or 18 more of a heavier load. To be considered a sophomore going into your second year, you need at least 30 credits. So generally, that is an average of 15 per semester. To stay on track, 30 per year. That gets you to 120 after 4 years, which is what you need to graduate. Now, some of you, if you came to Ball State and you have credit in dual credit courses or you earn college credit through AP exams, you've already got a head start towards that 30. And so you're in great shape. If you get to the end of your first year and you only have 27 or 28 hours, it's not always the end of the world, but it does mean you're going to need to pick up the pace a little bit at some point, maybe by taking a summer class or some heavier loads at some point. And you do want to check with your advisor and see if there's any impact on your financial aid. Some financial aid programs do require that students have that 30 going into the second year and each subsequent year. When can you schedule classes? Well, registration for fall, spring, and summer is completed online and arranged by time tickets. So you're going to hear the word time tickets thrown around. A time ticket is the earliest day and time that you're eligible to register for classes, and time tickets are generally assigned and arranged by how many credit hours students have earned. So seniors with the most hours who are getting ready to graduate next semester will generally have the earliest time tickets because there's certain classes they need to get to finish their degree. Your time ticket will be listed in self-service banner, which is available again on the MyBSU page, beginning around October 15th. That's not when you'll actually register for classes, but that's when you will find out when your time ticket is. Let's go on self-service here and look at how you find that. When you log into self-service banner through MyBSU, click on the student tab, and you might have done this before to look at various information. You'll then want to click on registration, and then under registration is registration status. You'll want to, once you click that, it's going to ask you the term. You would want to pick spring 2022. You then will be able to see your time ticket, and it will be a date and a time that you're going to be able to register. Okay. It will also show you at the bottom if there are any issues that would prevent you from registering for classes, which might be a hold. So if you see some green check marks, you know you're good. If there's a red X, that would mean there's something that you need to take care of. Most commonly, a hold might be something like a bursar hold, a parking services hold, a health center hold. So maybe a bill or something that you need to do. And so if you do see this on there when you check for your time ticket, you'd want to then resolve that hold by contacting that office. Now, how do you schedule classes? Well, one of the first steps is obviously you're going to be checking your time ticket here soon. But another thing you're going to want to do is meet with your academic advisor. So when you meet with your advisor, we're going to talk about what classes are appropriate for next semester, as well as a few other things I'll show you here in a moment. The second step then would be to actually plan your schedule using self-service banner. I'm going to show you how to do that. And then the final step is actually to register for classes when your time ticket opens. Okay, so step one, meeting with an advisor. When you meet with an advisor over the next few weeks, they're going to help you if in a lot of different areas. So if you do not know yet what you want to major in, that's an area your advisor can help you with. So talk about your interest and maybe select a major or do some exploration. If you have a major, your advisor is going to help you understand what are the requirements for that major. So suggesting some courses for next semester, making sure you understand your university core curriculum requirements. So all the general education requirements and what do you have left. Again, coming up with the list of appropriate classes for next term, helping identify next steps towards graduation, directing you to campus resources. So, helping you make sure that you are taking advantage of all the different resources on campus. And then finally, addressing your questions or concerns. Keep in mind that freshman advisors for first-year students meet with students of all majors. So if you have any uncertainty about your major or you're wanting to maybe pick up a minor or anything like that, we can help you. And as it says there, we also want to make sure that we address any questions that you have. We strongly recommend that you meet with your advisor at least once per semester. You can certainly contact your advisor more often than that in email or meet with them more often if necessary. Okay, so this pre-registration meeting is required before you meet with an advisor. There are 3 ways then to make an appointment with your advisor. You can use Advisor Track, which is available on the MyBSU page under Additional Tools. And if you do that, you'll be able to see your advisor, see when they're available, and schedule a time online, and that's available basically 24/7. You can also call our office at 285-1161. You can also just stop by our office on the 3rd floor of North Quad. So any of those methods. Even though you won't be registering until early November, we recommend that some of you start to meet with your advisor now. Each advisor works with around 300 students, and so they're not going to be able to see every student during that last week. So begin to at least schedule that appointment now. And our office hours, as far as when we see students, are 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. Prior to your appointment, there's a worksheet that we're going to have, and that's actually going to be available as a resource for you. We recommend that you review your DegreeWorks audit like we showed earlier, just to get a little bit of a feel for that. We'll then walk through that in more detail during your appointment. And then also review some academic resources like the handbook and the catalog to get information about the core curriculum, the different degrees related to your major, that kind of thing. And then at your appointment, that's something that you can bring with you. Okay, step two, after you've met with your advisor, what you're going to be able to do sometime here in October then is going to be able to go in and actually see, based upon the list that we come up with, when are these classes offered, and then you will be able to plan what is your ideal schedule. It's all available again through that student registration tab. Once you get there, instead of clicking on registration status like we did when we looked for your time ticket, you're going to click on look up classes. Under search, you're going to click spring 2022, click submit. You're then going to get a box that shows you the different subjects that are offered. So all the different subjects, clear from accounting through zoology. You're going to look up each class one at a time. Generally, you're going to pick your subject, then click course search. There is an advanced search button where you can put in a few more parameters, such as days and times, that kind of thing, but your results will probably be a lot less. So typically, we're going to recommend that you use the course search button so you can see everything. The next screen is going to show you an example of once you pick a course, it'll show you then all the different days and times of that class. Now, I know this font is very, very small. It's a little hard to see, but in this particular example, it shows you all the different days and times for History 150. So it'll show you the different Monday, Wednesday, Friday times, the Tuesday, Thursday times, the online times. You'll be able to see which ones are available. And so basically for each of your classes that you're going to take, you'll look up these days and times. And then what you want to do is write down the red CRN, which is in the left column there. That is unique for each line, each section. Unfortunately, this system is not like Amazon. You can't put things in your cart, so you can't save that. So basically just write down those reference numbers for the 5 or 6 classes that you're going to take. Then step 3 is going to be to register for those classes once your time ticket opens in November, whatever date that is. So when your time ticket opens, you'll go back into self-service. You'll click on student registration, and then instead of look up classes, you'll click on course add drop withdrawal. Make sure then to select spring 2022. Some of you may have used this function if you added and dropped classes during the first week of the semester. You would have used this screen. What you'll do here is once you log in, there's going to be a section where you can enter each of the 5-digit reference numbers for the classes that you're hoping to get. So you'll enter each of those, click submit changes. You will then know right away if you got the schedule or if you have any error messages. An error message might be closed class. So it might say that one of your sections is full. It might say you've got a time conflict. Maybe you didn't look close enough and you've got 2 classes at the same time. In either of those cases, all you would need to do is go back out to look up classes, look up another time for that class, and come back in here and add that class instead. Okay. We recommend that you go ahead and work on your schedule as soon as your time ticket opens. But the good news is you have then the rest of the semester all during the winter break, and then even that first week of spring to make adjustments. So even if you don't get your schedule exactly like you want it right away, there's time to make that work. And you can certainly contact your advisor if you need help, getting a class or making something work if you're having any issues. Once you're finished with your schedule, you can go back into student registration and schedule, and you can print out, a more organized copy of your schedule. And there would even be a week at a glance schedule as well. All right, a couple more things, and then we'll finish up here shortly. If you have any current concerns, so if you have any concerns currently about your classes regarding grades, I strongly recommend you talk to your instructors, your teaching assistants, ask for suggestions. You might want to consider contacting the Learning Center to arrange a tutor. That could be something you do once or twice. It could also be something you do for a few weeks. Their website is there. They are on the 3rd floor of North Quad, right across from our office. If you have any concerns about your major or career, so if you're exploring majors or maybe trying to decide between a couple, or maybe you're thinking about a minor, start with your academic advisor, but your advisor may refer you to work with someone in the Career Center to do some exploration, maybe complete the Key Careers program. And then finally, if you have any personal issues, the Counseling Center is an excellent resource to help with individual or group counseling. They're on the 3rd floor of Lucina Hall, and their website is here. So the general idea, it's not too late to turn around a poor start. Many students, especially when they first start out at college, are going to have some struggles. Take some action now. Again, if you have any concerns about where to start, you just kind of can't get started, use your advisor to make that call. All right. They can help you, point you to the best resources. All right. Another resource for help is our online advising portfolio. So on our website, we have the advising planning worksheet, as well as the registration instructions, which are a more detailed listing of the instructions that I went over in general. So after you meet with your advisor, it will give you more instructions about when you are planning your schedule and registering for classes. Once time ticket opens, it'll give you the detailed instructions. There is also a handout on there about how to transfer your credit from high school. So if you completed dual credit classes, if you took AP exams, and you have not had that information sent to Ball State, you need to do that. It gives you instructions on how to do that there. That is also, those instructions are also available in your advising handbook. What that involves for dual credit is contacting the school that awarded the credit. So Ivy Tech, IU, Purdue, and requesting that they send a copy of the transcript to the Ball State admissions office. There is also a scheduling worksheet there that would give you a grid. So as you're planning your schedule, it'll show you, you can map out your days and times. There's a sheet on how to calculate your GPA. So for example, if you wanted to know, hey, if the semester ended today, what kind of GPA would I have? It'll show you how to do that. There's a sheet on how to better manage your time. And there is also a parallel plan worksheet, which basically is really helpful if you are pursuing a program that's very competitive, maybe includes some admission requirements. It always is a good idea to have a parallel or a backup plan, just in case your plans change, in case either that program doesn't work out or you decide to go a different direction. It's good to have some other ideas. And again, that's something your advisor can help with as well. All right, our last screen here, we want to confirm your attendance. And so there is actually a 3-question survey that you can take by either using your phone to scan this QR code, or you can type in the link below. I also think that Laura is going to put that link in the chat. So we would ask you just complete this survey. It's just going to see how well you picked up some of the information going out. Don't worry, you won't be graded. But it also gives you an opportunity to enter your name and your Ball State ID number, and that will let us know that you attended. So go ahead and do that 3-question survey, enter the information about you. Laura and I will both remain on the line. And so if you have questions, enter those in the chat. If not, I thank you for coming, and I hope you can schedule an appointment with your advisor very soon, and we look forward to working with you. So we'll stay on the line here. And again, thank you and have a great day as you're leaving the session.